white tube. Fishing about 90 to 100 feet down. And you'll see off of this creek here that flows into the north end of the lake, it looks like there's a bunch of small fish that are kind of staging right at the edge of this drop off here. It goes from 50 and just drops right down to 100 feet. So I just paddle out to where I start marking fish, and then I drop the jig down. See, you can see there's a bunch of fish that are starting to mark there. Let it fall all the way to the bottom and just try to stay as vertical as possible and stay in contact with the bottom. That last fish picked it up when I was just bouncing at short little hops right on the bottom. When I went to pick it up, there was weight there. They like to hit it on the fall pretty frequently. So when you're going to pick up to make your jig, and if you feel any extra weight, set the hook and set it hard, because of these lake trout have really hard mouths, and you want to try to drive that hook home. It's important that you have sticky hooks on your jig too, otherwise you'll miss a lot of fish. And you guys will probably see me miss some today because it's difficult to get hooked up when you're fishing this deep. That's another reason why I'm fishing braid, fluorocarbon leader with 10-pound Power Pro. Just helps you feel any bites. There's no stretch, so you can drive that hook home when you have a lot of line out. So I'm on the bottom now. I'll reel up and just try to do little hops and make sure that you're feeling bottom when your jig falls down. And every once in a while I'll do a pretty tall jigging stroke, and sometimes that seems to trigger a strike as well. Ooh. There, oh my goodness, he hammered it. Oh, popped loose. Thought I felt him tick it on the way down on that first one, and then he just smashed it, but it came out. Let's see if I can drop it back to him and give him the bite again. That last one hit and pulled the jig head down. I really should carry some super glue in my tackle box. I gotta get some of that. I'll probably go get some today. Just put a little bit of super glue right there, and it kind of prevents that from happening. That way when you're fishing 100 feet down, you don't have to reel up all that line and check your jig every time you get bit, because it happens fairly often that you'll get bit or feel a bite and you won't get hooked up, and then you just have this uneasy feeling the whole time that the jig's sitting down there not looking the way it's supposed to, and you end up fishing for however long and then reeling up and realize that your tube wasn't sitting the way it's supposed to, and you could have missed out on a big fish. This one feels a little bit better. Sometimes it's hard to tell, because when you set the hook and get their head turned up, it's hard for them to kind of get their chin down and dig in and fight hard. So a lot of times the big ones, you don't really know that they have much size to them until they can